Hello once again everyone and welcome back. I am your host Natty and this is Victoria 2 as we play the Republic of Senegal. I have been really fascinated with this nation since the beginning of this campaign, especially since it appeared they were almost a great power for a few seconds. But now that we're no longer at war with other nations and such, let's try a peaceful little time. Let us raise the tariffs, for we most certainly need those. As the world burns around us, we sit here content with ourselves. Why not? Let us go spread our influences. I love that we are a republic, yet we have an absolute monarchy. The Venetians fell Lombardia. Then Otto Nicolai, the comedic opera The Merry Wives of Windsor, based on Shakespeare's play of the same name, premiered in Berlin. Critics mention that it was Otto Nicolai's biggest successes so far. Stone is delivered. Inhabitants of St. Louis, puzzled by the delivery of a gigantic piece of marble from abroad. Rumor has it that a new grandiose monument will be built in the capital's main square. Intriguing. Scientists and engineers in Lucca are reported to have invented advanced ore roasting processes. Incredible. Progress marches ever onwards. Denmark's relations. An article in a Danish newspaper paints a picture of their amiable relations with Prussia, calling on the numerous examples of peaceful cooperation based on trust and friendship. The editor declared both nations to stand as friends and brothers. It would be wise of Denmark to do so. Venice. A recent article in a Venetian newspaper startled the nation. A detailed analysis of their Chile relations with Lombardia, and a comparison of their relative military strengths, led the editor to the conclusion that both countries might soon find themselves in a state of war. And when that day comes, Venice's very existence might be threatened. The elite and commoners alike, the citizens of Venice demand their government to seek alliances to diminish the unavoidable threat of the Lombardian pose. Austrian research complete. Scientists in Austria have recently completed research into Romanticism. Luxembourgian research complete. Luxembourgian scientists have recently announced a breakthrough in the field of iron muzzle-loaded artillery. Congratulations. Prices collapsed in the last 36 months. The price of artillery has dropped like a rock. Now, lover exposed. The Daily Telegraph, which sees statewide circulation in one of our states, we only have one state, has published an article exposing, in a rather picturesque manner, the details of a local politician's love life, which apparently goes far beyond the confines of home and wife. While the article isn't slanderous per se, it is having a clear impact on the reputation and good name of the politician in question. The public has found the incident amusing, and the politician is now fast becoming a running gag in the town. The politician himself, angry at this attack upon his character, has petitioned a local court to ban the newspaper on grounds of breach of morality and public trust. Shutting down the paper will rouse liberals in the state, but not doing it will increase the support for press reforms. Any sort of reform we can get would be a good one. Thank you, France. This way, if you ever need to take a pit stop and rest, France, you will be able. War between Quebec and Newfoundland. They wish to humiliate. The Netherlands has taken over Johor. Good. There's a new Conservative Party in Portugal. The disastrous war we played as Portugal during fascinating times. Good. We finally have a factory. It's almost like you never wish us to build the railroad. We do need to bring over some capitalists. For that project will never get off the ground at this rate. Good, we finally got that project off the ground. Perhaps our next little nation to take over might be an Italian minor state. They seem to be doing quite interestingly. The Ottoman Empire in Egypt. Incredible. Spain is enjoying India. Interesting. The Conservative Party is now formed in Chile. Artillery is dropped like a rock. The Netherlands fears France. I would too. Piano Cat on tour. The famous feline pianist, known simply as the Piano Cat, is scheduled to arrive in our capital this week. How fascinating! The cat artist is expected to play a series of classical pieces. Incredible. The esteemed Piano Cat is going to be visiting our capital. Incredible. Scotland's going to be a great power soon. It would appear that our help really did pay off. And Spain is still a great power too. I'm glad that we were able to help them out. It's interesting seeing how things have been taken there. The North German Confederation has formed. Interesting. So no longer is it Prussia, it is now unified. Even Danzig. Grand. Was Poland able to take from anywhere? It will not appear to be so. Oh, yes, they were actually. They were able to take the land where Krakow was in this entire province. Good job on you, Poland. Perhaps we could even play as Poland. We have been able to improve our position in the world, so I'd say we're being quite successful so far. Let us reach 0.05 capitalists before we begin encouraging some craftsmen into our nation. It's now went down to 0.03. Interesting. I sure do hope the capitalists that are showing up aren't just extremely old capitalists that are going to kick the bucket any day now. We need you to stick around a while and help develop the nation, at least in the industrial sector. Oh, goodness. Parma fears Lombardia. There is a bank robbery. A local bank in St. Louis has been invaded by a masked gang of ne'er-do-wells. The police are searching for the criminals and is granting a reward for any information leading to their capture. We only have about 32,000 in our nation. I hope they're able to find who they're looking for. Russia has expanded. It would appear that they've become a different nation. So indeed they have expanded. Massalia! Ahoy! Oh! Ah! Every crisis with the Ottomans, Greece gets bigger. I don't think the Ottomans want to try taking on Greece. Meanwhile, Iraq appears to be going very well after Najd. Did you defeat them, France? And somehow, money is being a bit of a problem. We now have capitalists. We put in the price. If you would like to finish your war with India, it would be most appreciated, France. Good, you're actually sieging down here. Meanwhile, Iraq may very well get a piece of Najd. Oman, very understandably, hates Spain, even to this day. War between Spain and Iraq. They wish to have a piece of Iraq. Iraq, you better finish your first war fast. A revolution has taken place in Cuba. Cuban reactionaries had defeated the government forces and broken the country. So many reactionary uprisings. Lombardia has wished the idea of France being a natural ally on the way. And Greece has indeed expanded. There is fears on Luxembourg, among other things. The UK is slowly gaining pieces of India, so they eventually will have to address each other. Especially now that Kalat is the last of the nations India can really claim on. Very interesting developments within the world. Especially more so for our little nation. We're slowly gaining more workers for our factory. And slowly it shall fill up, growing more and more. Finally, a reform we can pass. They wish for a free press, they get a free press. Ethiopia is looking massive. Well done on you, Ethiopia. You look like a sea urchin. There's not many places France can exactly land, for India is pretty much connected all around except there, which is only cut off by Baroda. If India took Baroda, there is no chance you could land into India in that one place. Iraq, you may wish to finish your war with Najd.